Hi, let's do a quick analysis of all the stocks जिसको हम first week of October के लिए देख रहे हैं, and we are going to discuss it alphabetically. As always, the please consult your financial advisor. अगर आपको कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट या ट्रेडिंग रिलेटेड कोई भी क्वेश्चंस हैं, आप अपने फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर से बात करके ही अपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स करें. एंड दिस वीडियो इज जस्ट फॉर एजुकेशनल पर्पज. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट वेरी क्विकली. वी कैन सी Adani Aarti Industry is in a box. It looks really good. And one of these days this consolidation will give us a good breakout, or going forward we should be ready and tracking Aarti Industries. ABFRL भी अच्छी consolidate कर रही है around about after making a good move. This is good. ACC is also trying to reverse from 2200 levels. Let's see ये कर पाती है कि नहीं. And also Adani Enterprise is also more in a box. Adani Ports also is more in a box, so there's not much. Alchem, nice consolidation is happening. We would be definitely be tracking Alchem. Amraja Battery, it gave a very strong candle, a very strong closing above 750. और हमने ये ट्रेड लिया था जब वो 750 का तोड़ के नेक्स्ट दिन 770 ऊपर गई थी. हमने 770 पे बुक किया था, एंड देन वी वर वेटिंग फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर कंसोलिडेशन. नाउ डेफिनेटली लेट्स सी इफ इट इज एबल टू गो एंड मूव पास्ट द लेवल्स ऑफ 800. देन डेफिनेटली वी वुड बी सीइंग अ रियली गुड मूव इन अमराजा बैटरी. और ये बहुत सेशन से ये कंसोलिडेट करी है, सो दिस शुड बी डेफिनेटली इन योर रेडार. अंबुजा सीमेंट, नथिंग मच, ये एक बॉक्स में है. होपफुली 400 लेवल्स को होल्ड कर पाएगी. देयर इज नथिंग मच इन APL लिमिटेड. दिस कैंडल वाज नॉट गुड, एंड देन थियोरेटिकली एटलीस्ट देयर वाज नो फॉलो अप, सो दिस इज एक्चुअली गुड. हम देखेंगे अगर हमें 800 के ऊपर एक अच्छी स्ट्रॉन्ग कैंडल मिली, जस्ट लाइक वी सी ओवर हियर, then we will be thinking about our next move, and we will be doing a more elaborate technical analysis. Apollo Hospital, this is a very typical bearish structure, and going forward agar ye very quickly, if it is not able to move past the levels of 4700, and agar ye yahan se agar ye jo levels maintain kar rahi hai 4400 ke, agar iske niche agar trade karna start ki, it will correct hugely towards the levels of 4000. So this is something you have to consider. Apollo Tire is more in a box. Ashok Leyland also, it's 136 tak gayi nahi, and I am still confident 136 is going to be a tough resistance, and let's see if it is able to close above 136. agar wo kar pai, then we would be seeing a really good move in Ashok Leyland. Asian Paints, a perfect structure. jab ye structure bani thi, we talked about how this is a typical Ashok Leyland structure, and from there you can see tab iski closing kuch 3320 levels pe thi, and now it's 3200, so we were able to get a good 120 points in Asian Paints. Going forward it might try to start consolidating over here, and we are also not in a short trade anymore, because yes, structure is very similar to what Asian Paints always does. On the top of that, this is a very good portfolio stock, so definitely we shouldn't be going against the sentiment of the market. Astral, perfect, very strong closing, and I think going forward ye 2400 levels ko easily reach kar sakti hai, even beyond that. I am in the trade, and let's see what comes out of it. AU Bank also is more in a box. Oro Pharma is also more in a box. These are not actually good trading stocks, because this one is actually quite surprising for me. I was hoping it would be able to go towards the levels of 800. Somehow it was able to get some support from 750 regions. Let's see if it is what the next candle would be. Bajaj Auto gave a breakout, and then again it's definitely is more in a box, and there is nothing of direction for us. Bajaj Finserv also, this was a very bearish move, and right now it's very near to 17,000 levels, and going forward I think it will again try to go towards 18,000, and maybe then it will be in a consolidating phase between 17,000 and 18,000. Bajaj Finance, at least this is also a very bearish candle, and for us to have a very meaningful move, we would be very much be interested in how it behaves around about 7800. So it went to 7700 over here, and now again it's back to 7500 levels, so this is also not looking good. but at least it was able to hold the 7500. So levels abhi bhi कायम है. Balakrishna Industry also is, after this down movement, is trying to consolidate. As always, this is again a bearish move. 2600 के अगर ऊपर क्लोजिंग नहीं दे पाई, then definitely going forward this is going to correct towards 2400 and below. बंधन बैंक भी एक बॉक्स में है, and also Bank of Baroda, Bata India. You remember in the last video I was talking about how this is going to give us a very strong move. Of course, that's also what I said about Voltas, which it didn't happen. But so अगर हम Voltas पे we have been focusing a lot here. और मैं बोला था कि इसमें भी मूव आएगी, इसमें आई नहीं. And last session I told about how I am carrying positions in Bata India, and that's exactly gave us a good opportunity and a good trade where it went towards a new all-time high levels, and so this is good, going good. BEL is also in a box, Berger Paint also in a box. Theoretically, if it is not able to, if as long as the 800 के ऊपर closing there is not that bad. भारत फोर्ज ऑल्सो ये 800 और 700 750 के बीच में थी, एंड देन इट गेव अ ब्रेकआउट, एंड देन इट वेंट टुवर्ड्स द लेवल्स ऑफ 790. बट वहाँ से ये करेक्ट होते होते आई थिंक इट्स डेफिनेटली गोइंग फॉर लेवल्स ऑफ 700. Bharti Airtel also, this was not a good closing, but at least it was trying to consolidate, and then it went towards 800, 700, and then it faced resistance and it closed below 700, and this is exactly the reason why you see this particular candle which was formed. Let's see if it again goes to a 700 के ऊपर closing, बहुत important है, and this should be happening very soon, else it will again go towards the levels of 650, and generally as a downturn may even the levels of 650 can get broken. BHEL, very nice structure. Since it's a PSU we are not interested, but from a target perspective I think 67, 65, 66 is a very good target from a technical perspective. And I'm definitely not in the trade, it's a PSU, and I don't actually buy breakouts in PSU that much. And even if I buy, I don't carry it as a positional trade. Biocon is also more in a box. We would be very much be interested in 386 and 380 above closing. Let's see. Bosch, a very nice consolidation. BPCL also nice consolidation, nothing much. Britannia broke 4000, and now it's trying to get some support. Actually, this is a very typical bullish structure, in the sense अगर 4000 के ऊपर एक अच्छी move close आई, then it will be going for new all-time high. So we would be tracking it, and also Cadila is more in a box. Canara Bank is inching towards 180, and this is good. Actually Canara Bank पे मैं एक बहुत weeks पहले एक video बनाया था where I talked about when it broke the 160 levels, where I talked about the immediate targets, and I don't remember, but it was around about 190 I think. So वो video अगर आपको interested है तो you can find it in my channel. So let's see how it moves from here. Canfin Home also is nice consolidating after a good up move, and this is अगर 700 के ऊपर close आई तो there can be a further up move. Cholafin is also dancing between 550 and 600. It made an all-time high which we traded, and from there it has corrected nearly 10%, and so we are again waiting for a good up move. We added some positions on this particular day which we are still carrying, and let's see if it is able to hold the levels of 550 on a closing basis. So let's see what the market has to offer us for the next trading session. Cipla, after nice consolidation, it went towards 1000, and this is where it is consolidating. Nice structure. Coal India also is consolidating. जब तक 180 के नीचे closing नहीं आएगी, there is nothing to worry. But if a closing comes up below the levels of 170, then theoretically it can be a failed breakout, and then theoretically it can again correct. Coforge is also trying to consolidate over here in this region. So let's see 5500 levels के ऊपर अगर ये close दे पाए, so that would be really a good thing. But we never know how this structures are going to, because from a market perspective this is totally indecisive, and so whatever trades you are getting, you will always you should always stick with the companies which are showing intraday momentum, and that's how we are making money. But in general, from a particular sector perspective, there is absolutely not much happening, and the money is flowing from one sector to another. I have positions in Coforge, and I am happy to carry them. Definitely, as I think the IT is just warming up, and within 2 weeks, I think all these companies would again be start to make all-time highs. The problem is उसके पहले ये कितना तक correct होगी, that I don't know of. Kolpal was able to hold the 17,000 levels, and then it broke, and now it's again shifted below, so this is not good. A lot of sessions have passed where it was not able to close above 1700 levels. This is absolutely mandatory for Kolpal to give a closing above 1700. I think going forward there is not much of a trading opportunity in Kolpal because it has been facing a lot of resistance, and even if it dipped, there was no immediate reversal. So this actually showcases that maybe the momentum is not correct right at this time, but we will see how it comes. If it moves past 1750, then definitely we would be adding positions and we would be in the trade. Similarly, Concor also is trying to take some support from 700 levels. Coromandel is also same thing, is trying to get some support from 800 levels. In general, it's in a box, and also you can see CUB. ये एक अच्छी मूव देके it tried to go outside the 160, but it failed, and right now it's consolidating. These are typical bearish structures. As long as ये 160 के ऊपर closing नहीं देती, there is not much you can expect, and it can again correct towards the levels of 150. Cummins India is also, it was consolidating and then it gave, and this is a typical bearish structure. अगर ये 1000 के ऊपर move करके closing देती है, then only it will be of interest to us, else it can correct more. Dabur also is trying to get some support from lower levels of 600. In general, Dabur has been in more of a box. I would definitely be recommending to add Dabur if it comes at 580 levels, and hopefully if the market is not that bad, just like we had in earlier times, in the sense of there's a huge outflow of money, then of course it can correct towards 550 levels. Deepak Nitrate also, this is a typical bearish typical consolidating phase is happening. यहाँ पे करेक्ट होके अभी जब तक ये लेवल्स ऑफ 2300 अगर मेंटेन कर पाए, देयर इज़ नथिंग टू वरी, बट माय कंसर्न इज़ अगर ये 2300 के नीचे क्लोजिंग देती है, देन इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली करेक्ट, एंड देयर कैन बी huge profit booking coming in. Divi's Lab also, it gave a failed it gave it gave a breakout over 5000 a few sessions ago, few weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, and then it was able to make new all-time high, and then eventually it gave a failed breakout, and then it is now consolidating. These are typical bearish structures. इसको अगर bullish बनानी है तो it has to go and close above 5000. अगर ये नहीं कर पाई, and if it goes towards 5000, and if it faces a resistance, just like you can see over here, this particular structure, then it can definitely go ahead and correct more and go towards the levels of 4500. Dixon, fantastic structure, is common trade किया था, and we also talked about how we are going to make positions, and from 4500 above, you can see it is now going, it went towards 4900, so that was a good 10% move which we achieved in just a couple of 2-3 sessions, and so this is good. DLF also, nice consolidation is happening. Dr. Reddy, जब तक 5000 के ऊपर closing नहीं आती, I won't be interested, and I think this will take some more time. Aisha Motor is also more in a box, and nothing much is happening. 3000 के ऊपर closing would be of interest to us. Escorts ये 1420 तक गई थी, and it closed at 1470. So this is also what we talked about in the last video. वो वीडियो आपको अपर राइट हैंड कॉर्नर में मिल जाएगी, या आपको at the end of this video आपको उसमें मिल जाएगी, जहाँ पे हमने डिस्कस किया था for 1st of October that we would be trying to see if it gets some support at 1420 levels, and that's exactly what happened. In general, अगर ये 1500 के ऊपर closing देती है, we would be adding more, and we would be trying for a new all-time high. Exide Industries is also dancing at 180. These are typical bearish structure, क्योंकि अगर going forward, if it's not able to move past 190 closing नहीं दे पाती है, so one of these days it will definitely, the bears are going to drag it and give a strong negative candle, and that might result in eventual 150 and 160 levels. So this is also not good. Federal Bank is more in a box. Gale also making new 52-week high, just on because of the sentiment. So but this is a very good structure. Let's see अगर ये next 160 levels पे आके consolidate करना start की तो Glenmark is also in a box. This is a typical bearish move. अगर ये 500 के नीचे अगर strong closing देती है and going forward it can correct more. So GMR Infra, it went towards 40. This was a good move. I didn't trade in it. I don't believe in this particular company. So this is, but from a structure perspective we were very much जब भी हमने ये एनालिसिस किया था ये कंसोलिडेशन के बाद we were waiting for the move and the move came over here. So that actually showcased that there is a lot of strength left in this and it was able to move past the levels of 41. It closed near day's high, so let's see how it comes up. Go through this JCP on this particular day we said it's correcting towards 1000 levels, and this is exactly where it came, and this particular candle actually was very interesting, and this actually showcased the how go through this consumer products is going for actually ये confirmation थी, and now you can see it's it came towards just 5 rupees 1005 1006 levels, and right now it's consolidating. अगर ये 1000 levels के नीचे closing देती है there can be more correction coming, but hopefully from these structures go through this consumer product and Dabur, they are similar structures, so there is a particular pattern which is emerging from this particular sector. Godrej Properties also nice, consolidating after making new all-time highs. So let's see if it is able to at least hold these levels, or at least 2000 के नीचे closing ना दे. Granules also very nice, consolidating, but it's more in a box, nothing much of an interest to us. Grasim also is consolidating in a box. Gujarat Gas, we talked about how this is a bearish structure, and for it to give some momentum it has to close above 650, and that's exactly what happened. It was unable to do that, and from there you can see how it was able so going forward again it will come towards the levels of 600. This was when we talked about this particular candle was formed at the end of the day, we said, and from there from 680 levels you can see we achieved the levels of near about 600. HAL is also consolidating, 1400 के ऊपर closing important है. Havels भी this is not looking good for Havels, especially for this particular candle. It went and it was unable to, and then it failed to hold the levels of 1400, and now it is now again trying to enter the 1400 levels. Let's see how it moves. SCL Tech also 1300 के ऊपर closing is mandatory and it's very important. जब तक ये नहीं आती है we would be away from SCL Tech because it can correct, and definitely today in the next week at least I would be making some positions in more positions in more of these IT companies, and let's see how it moves. HDFC is more in a box. ये 2700 levels पे आ गई, which is not a good sign because it was able to hold it since so many sessions, but at least let's see what the next candle would be. HDFC MC also, it was because of the stake sale. These are typical bearish structures. Agar 3000 I think going forward HDFC MC is now going to be between 3000 and 2800, as there is not much of a trading opportunity. HDFC Bank B is also consolidating. 1600 levels के ऊपर closing बहुत important है, but at least it looks good. It's not that bad compared to so from Nifty 50 के जो constituents heavyweights हैं, their structure is not bad. At least HDFC Bank is looking good. Maybe going forward ये 1600 के ऊपर जाएगा, and similarly you can see HDFC Life is also in a box, but we are not trading insurance companies for now. Also Hero Motor Corp is also more in a box. Let's see what comes up. Hindalco is also in a box. These are typical consolidations are happening in this. Hind Petro moved towards 306 levels, and this was good, and I was happy because we were talking about how a level of 300, so it's very near to its 52-week high of 312. Last time we booked our profits at 309 levels, I remember, and from there it corrected towards 250, but now again it has tried to regain that level. So it's, let's see, this might be a good stock to track for new 52-week high. Inside Unilever is more in a box, nothing much. Same structure is coming recursively, all the top FMCG counters. Dabur we also saw, and also Hindustan Unilever, and so these are very much a go through consumer products. These are very much near to their support levels. We have to see if they are able to hold it or if they are unable to do that. Nothing much. ICICI Bank, yeah, This was not good. We were expecting that the levels of 700 would be maintained, and somehow it opened, and now this is looking really not good. Let's see, अगर ये 700 के ऊपर जल्दी से closing दे पाती है, then again it will consolidate between the levels of 700 and 735. ICICI GI and ICICI Prudential Life, these are more in a box and there is nothing much to trade. I am staying away from this particular companies, and I am going to say that these are not safe bets right now because of this news of stake sales which keep on coming, and people promoters जो होती हैं जो FIIs की inflows हैं उनमें अगर ये पैसा निकाल रही हैं, so it's better to not fall in this crossfire. Let these counters stabilize, let the market stabilize, then in 2-3 months time we would be seeing कैसे आ रही हैं structure, कैसे बन रही हैं, and then we would be making positions. IDEA is also looking good, and nice consolidation is happening. Also, even IDFC First Bank is also nice consolidation is happening, but again it's more in a box. IEX, this looks like a typical bearish structure. I added some few positions at 620 levels, and the reason for it is you never know how the market will react and how going forward these counters are going to make in any sense. You have to be the fact that no one can time the market. We were smart enough to book our profits exactly at the all-time high, जो मैंने इस दिन के वीडियो के रात में बताया था कि I would be booking out at 666, and from there I already have made my position, made my profits. Now I am going to deploy my profits, and I am going to make my positions at these levels. One of these days, because of the sentiment of the market and the sentiment in the sector, it can actually reverse, and maybe you will see a good all-time high. In general, medium term में इसका 700 का target should be achievable as per the technicals, but I don't know whether it will be achievable in a matter of 2 weeks or 2 months. IGL is also in a box, nothing much. Indian Hotel, nice consolidation. One of these days ये 200 के ऊपर closing देगी, and we should be we should be tracking it. India Mart is also more in a box, nothing much. Indigo is also trying to hold the levels of 2000, and this is one of these days either it should reverse, and if not अगर ये levels के नीचे अगर strong closing आए, so it can again correct towards the levels of 1800 in Indigo. But again, the sentiments are good for this particular company and the sector because of corona, but again you never know how the corona news can actually affect this particular sectors. IndusInd Bank also nice consolidation, at least 1100 levels को hold कर पाई है, and let's see if it is able to break out the levels of 1200. अगर ये strong 1080 levels अगर इसको अगर held if it's not able to hold these levels ये और भी correct होगी, and then it might be more in a failed breakout over 1100, and this might again bring it back to levels of 1000. Indus Tower, nice consolidation happening at 52-week high, very good structure. Infi also, the day it broke this particular channel, we were actually not very much optimistic, but no matter what, I am definitely going to make some positions in this week, and I'm going to carry them forward at least for the mid of October, and then we will be evaluating how to take it forward. Because in any case, I always trade in cash, and I always hedge my cash positions with options. So for me, it's always a win-win trade for me. So there's just nothing much to worry about. IOC, a nice consolidation happening at 52-week high, and this is definitely a good company. Where companies like Hind Petro were not able to make their new 52-week high, IOC have been making new 52-week high, and that exactly showcases कि IOC में momentum कितनी strong है. And Ipca Lab is also more in a box. ये 2400 levels को break करके अभी इसके under enter की है. This is good, but I think this is more of a bearish structure, and going forward अगर कोई भी move अगर 2350 के नीचे आए, this will automatically correct and bring it towards 2200. IRCTC, fantastic consolidation is happening, and one of these days शायद ये 4000 के ऊपर एक अच्छी closing दे. Going forward, I think I was expecting it to happen in the last 2 sessions after the split. The bonus news came in, but that didn't happen. So theoretically, I wouldn't suggest to make fresh positions at this stage. Either 4000 के ऊपर एक strong move आई और उसको हम 4000 को track कर रहे हैं. and the day it will start moving over 4000, we would be seeing अगर वो उसको maintain कर पाई कि नहीं. अगर नहीं कर पाई, then eventually a profit booking will come and this may drive the stock price much lower. ITC is the last company we are going to discuss in this video, and in the second part of the video we are going to take it from J onwards. And ITC, very nice consolidation has happening, and I am really very interested in creating positions in ITC. From a target perspective, I think 260 is definitely achievable, and this has been really so I never had any positions in ITC from 200 levels or from below. When it was 200, I just carry a single stock in ITC, which I bought I think at 180, and now definitely I will be playing the momentum, and going forward maybe in all the FMCG sector, ITC is the best one which we have studied till now. We have looked into Britannia, Hindustan Unilever, Dabur, Godrej Consumer Products. उनकी जो structure है, they are more trying to get a support from the support levels, whereas ITC is better because अभी 52 week high में consolidate कर रही है. So going forward, I think this is definitely going to help much. So I'm going to end this video right over here, and the part 2 of the video will discuss from G onwards. Thank you for listening, and bye bye.